Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been a while, and if you look out there, it's spring. It's actually, we lost, you probably can't see, we lost some of the snow, so now it actually looks, it's fairly warm out. We can actually start working on stuff. Like, I could have worked in the garage during the winter. Frankly, I just wasn't feeling it. So, we are gonna get started now, and part of getting started with all this stuff is, getting everything started, warmed up, re-seasoned, getting ready to drive again. So the Charger is where we're at. I took the hood off. It's a big pain to get to anything in the engine with the hood on if you're actually maneuvering things, so I just took it off. It just turns over and turns over. Anyone that has had a carbureted engine knows they don't start up right away typically. So there's a couple things we can do to get it started. First thing is put your battery on a tender. You can do that during the season, or you can leave it. I guess you can leave it dead and charge it up before you start to use it. Typically, I think it's a good idea to keep it tender, keep it on tender all season. But do you? So this thing saying it has a full charge. So I already did this about a day or so ago. So yeah, first off, make sure your battery works. It's also important to check your fluids. Looks like they're all good to go. Next thing you can do is check your spark, and you can check your spark plugs, all things like that. I already changed those last year when we got this started. We just barely got started last year, so I'm not real worried about that, but that is another thing you could check. The thing I am going to check, well, I'm going to at least take this off, get my air filter off. Expose the carburetor. I'm gonna take my air filter, and then you can see down in the carb. And you can check all your linkage, make sure all your linkage is good. That would probably be the first step. But what I'm gonna end up doing, I've heard some people say not to do this, I've heard other people say it's fine. Where I get my information, every older person I know does this, so it seems like a really good source of information. Got a little bit of gasoline right here, and you're just gonna pour a little bit in there, and just a little bit so you don't get a fireball, but you just gonna pour just a little bit down there, and then we're gonna go ahead and give it a start. You want to let it idle for a little while and let everything kind of just pass through and flow through and make sure everything's working properly. I initially had my pinned at a high idle, so when I hit the gas it dropped down to the regular idle, and that's why it kind of sounds a little weird when on startup. So there you have it. Got the Charger started, it's back up, ready to go again. It's important to let it idle for a while before you start doing any revving or any sort of thing like that with it. But yeah, it's going again, so now it is time to continue with body work, get her all cleaned up, and hopefully we'll have her ready for the car show come May, June-ish. I don't remember when it is. But we need to get it painted, we need to try to get an upholster. I'm not sure if we're gonna have time for that, but either way, we're gonna try to get her there. We're gonna do that. We also have some drift events planned, and we've got some parts put on before we do that. So, yeah, moving forward, stay tuned. See you next time. skyline's still sitting here. It's been a long winter, so nothing really got done on that. So it still needs to actually rebuild on it. Now that it's warmer, I think I could probably make it happen.